we are going to inflame your loins and blow your mind.
This is Hott Minute.
I think I just started making squeaking sounds towards the end there.
Oh my goodness gracious.
That's a great theme song this week. I love it so much. That's from Mike Shepard.
Mike, thank you.
Yeah, Mike is in so many bands. Mike has been in Tower Defense, Prudish View, Apollo Up, Party Town Hospital, Shibboleth, Tie-Hen Zero, The Beatles. Other things. Thank you, Mike. I love that so much.
That was great because we were in it. And I loved that part.
So good. We're Hott Minute.
We're Hott Minute. If you would like to submit a theme song, please do it. We've got a lot of you on the hook saying you're working on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know who you are.
You know who you are. You know what else? It doesn't have to be good. That was very good. But I've heard many people say the bar is too high.
I just want you guys to know that Jamie and I walk in here, and 9 times out of 10 we're flying by the seat of our pants, and we don't expect any more from you, the listener, the fan, the friend, the artist.
10 minutes of prep.
Come on.
You've got instruments in your homes.
The words are Hott Minute.
Hott Minute.
Our names are Jamie and Ashley.
Hotties.
You don't even have to go that far.
Yeah, you really don't.
I don't care.
Like he just sampled us talking.
It was good.
It was great.
Thank you, Mike.
Loved that. But if you do want to submit a theme, you can text 240-TAD-HOT. That's 240-823-4688. And this is Hott Minute. I'm Jamie.
I'm Ashley.
And we like to talk about who is hot and why. And
sometimes we get off track every now and then. We ramble.
We have fun.
Gosh, so much fun.
Good Lord, we're having fun. Yeah, we're here.
Let's do it.
We're on Facebook. Mm-hmm. We're on Instagram. Mm-hmm. We're on Twitter.
Yes. I'm on Venmo. If you want to just send me money directly. Yep. You know what? Hang on. Now I'm thinking about it. That's a really good idea.
Patreon. Yeah.
At Ashley Spurgeon.
Yeah.
Send me money.
I don't know. Just a picture of my face. You know.
Send me money on
at HOTT Minute. This is a good episode.
I'm really excited.
But first, I think crushes. Who are we crushing on? 1, 2, 3. Cyber Monday! Happy Cyber Monday!
Happy Cyber Monday, Jamie.
Happy Cyber Monday, Ashley.
Those deals.
Wow.
The deals.
Whoa.
The deals.
Black Friday. Came and gone.
Went,
it's gone.
But now it's like I'm on when I log in to the internet every single day.
Boop, boop, click, 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 slip.
There are good deals on the internet every single day.
www.savings.org.
But on a day like today, the cyberest of Mondays.
I
got so many deals on gear.
How many emails? The emails.
I've opened, no shit, probably like 10 emails today, if not more.
I opened thousands.
Do you really open thousands of emails? Okay.
What's really sad is
I know your life.
And I take screenshots of them, and I'm like, wow, this was a pretty effective subject line.
I take screenshots of texts and send them to other people to make fun of.
Oh,
That's not true. I'm sorry. That's not true.
So people don't know my background, but I do have a background in email marketing. I'm considered a thought leader in this space.
You're the email marketer of the two of us.
Of the two of us, I am pretty damn good at it. If you're on our list, I've never sent an email.
We don't have any Cyber Monday deals ourselves, except for the fact that this podcast is free.
Yeah, so fuck you. So
enjoy these dozens of hours of free content that we're giving you.
Yeah, I hope.
Because we're fun.
I hope you get, like a TV or a Roomba or something, maybe some slippers.
Yeah, like an HDMI cable or
like an air fryer or 7.
Do you have an Instant Pot?
Not yet, but I want one.
Well,
I want one because you can just take like a completely frozen Cornish hen and it's like 20 minutes later, eat it. Which I don't want to even do that, but I do want to do it.
Yeah.
I want to cook it.
Do you want to buy
I already have one.
Just sitting in the freezer? Just waiting to go.
I like to hoard food.
Let that guy have his day in the sun.
Or in the pot. Get in the pot. Cyber Monday deals, guys. It is fun crushing.
Get on it. Speaking of getting on it.
Let's get on with this show
today.
Happy Monday. Yeah, so we've covered a lot of ground. We were just chit-chatting before, and we've only done about 15 episodes. We've talked about Andy Serkis at least twice.
We talked about Andy Serkis.
Buster Keaton. We've talked about...
Oh my God. Trees.
We've talked about the cast of Suits.
We've talked about
more
Abraham
than
Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln. What we don't talk about often, and probably why we're failing horribly is because we're not reaching the kids.
Oh, Jamie, you're right.
We're not doing anything to reach kids.
I'm still technically in that like 18 to 35 demo, so I should
Barely.
be doing more
We are
to
hanging on by the
just clawing.
skin of our...
The nails are coming off my
my
hands.
graying teeth.
Like
They're rotting. I probably have like horrible periodontal problems because I'm getting so old. But you know what? I love youth.
The kids are doing all right, I think. I feel like this generation of young up-and-comers is certainly better than mine.
Oh, God. The millennials are... I mean, first of all...
We did the best we could.
Here's the deal. Boomers are categorically just fucking rancid, terrible.
They're bad.
You know who we don't talk about a lot? Gen X. Also terrible.
I feel like Gen X like abdicated a lot of their authority so they could go play video games.
Yeah. And, you know, just kind of skate by.
Yeah.
Millennials, we get a lot of shit. We get a lot of shit. It's also like millennials are like, it's like a 30-year time span. It's just anyone alive right now that isn't very old and
if
racist.
If you remember the year 2000, you're a millennial.
Right.
Basically.
Right. Yeah. It's like, you know, and now they've even siphoned off smaller little pockets of that where it's like the Oregon Trail generation.
That's me.
Me too. But we're all terrible because you know who isn't terrible?
Who is it?
Gen Z.
Ah, I agree.
The Z stands for
Zed. I don't know.
He's dead. So Gen Z. No, he's not. That guy didn't die.
Who?
Zed. That's a person.
Zedd? I thought that was two guys.
What's
I don't know. Is Zed one person or two person? To be determined.
TBD. But Gen Z, I think to kick things off, so starts in 1995. The youngest of that cohort's 6 years old. So
we will not be discussing
we will not get down
today.
to that. But there's a little sliver that can be hot.
There are older Gen Z people who are in their early 20s
that are
right now.
doing the most work. And so for me, to start, Gen Z starts with Zendaya.
Oh, great one.
Good
I just
Lord.
Generally think she's pretty and I like her.
I think she's very pretty.
I don't know her work.
What has
she's
she
like
done?
Is she like a Nickelodeon person?
Not sure.
Sort of a Disney person. I feel like she was a sort of a personality on one of those children's networks.
So I know her face is great.
Her face is very good, yeah.
So the thing about her, that her instrument is vocals, according to Wiki. There's going to be a lot of Wikipedia on this one. She was in The Greatest Showman, which is a movie I did not see.
I also did not see it, but I know that it is about the circus, and I know it's a musical, and I know that children love it.
And it's got Zac Efron.
Who's old.
So she was in a show called Shake It Up. Never heard of that either.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
Good for her.
She was also in a show called Casey Undercover. Also have never seen it.
Are these Disney or Nickelodeon?
Disney.
Okay.
Looking at this font, I bet it's Disney. Biggest thing she's done recently is be in Spider-Man: Homecoming as like an ethnic Mary Jane, which was or I don't even know if she's playing Mary Jane.
Is this the Andrew Garfield? How
No.
many? There are so many Spider-Men.
No, this one is Tom Hulse. No. Oh, this is gonna be a long one. Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Who is cute. We didn't really put him on the list, but a lot of erotic fanfic of his Spider-Man and Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr.
That's
questionable.
That sounds, don't get me wrong, super hot. But isn't Spider-Man supposed to be like in high school?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just asking. All right.
So Zendaya. So the one thing I know about Zendaya is that she very early on partnered with a stylist, and that stylist, which is smart, and or like Disney paired her with a stylist. Mm-hmm. The stylist is African American. The stylist tried to get, and she was like an up and coming, I believe she's biracial. The stylist tried to get like, Chloe and Chanel and like Gucci and all these labels to dress Zendaya, and they were like, no, fuck that, absolutely not, whatever. So he was like, okay, I will find people to dress her. Now her star is on like the mega rise. Like she's like Vogue, front seat, Fashion Week.
Even
all
if
these things.
you are personally not familiar with the work of Zendaya, you have probably seen her face.
Literally the only way that
I
I know anything about her is just through her reputation as like a badass red carpet fixture now. Like she's kind of got this it girl thing. And now the thing I fucking love is that she and that stylist are like, no, you still can't dress me.
I love it.
Gucci and Chanel and like all this shit. And so she only wears sort of unknown, typically like female or like, people of color, non-binary, like whatever. She wears artists.
I like that for two reasons.
Yes,
Number
so
one, it feels good to like support smaller people and designers like that, and
Yes.
you can see, and you'll always look different. And
Yes.
you'll always look interesting and creative, and
Yes.
and
she looks
stand
incredible.
out exactly.
And she's got like a lot of steez anyway. Like she just looks.
The second thing I
clothes do
like-
not wear
yeah.
her.
Very, very important. The second thing I like about that is I love it when people like dig their heels in the dirt on like a
Yes.
motherfucker who has it coming.
Yes.
Oh, it
Oh.
makes me feel good.
Same,
I love it.
Same,
yeah.
same. So my only apology is that I'm recalling that from memory and I don't know the design or her stylist name. We should look it up.
Can personally look it up.
We can
yeah.
personally look it up. Whatever.
Ugh.
You can as well.
There's
Don't. If you're driving, don't.
Wait until you're at the stoplight to look up who dresses Zendaya.
Because if anything, I am inspired by Gen Z because they care about shit.
Do they ever?
They care
They
about
don't have
shit.
any option.
They care about shit they want. Yeah, exactly. Like this world is crumbling around them. So if you I think it's really interesting. Like all these kids grew up like just seeing the horrible piles of garbage that we've all created.
We
for
got
them.
a couple like hot suspects on this list though that
Oh.
let's hit the good ones first.
Let's do good ones. So next one after Zendaya, gorgeous, sort of in the a similar vein, Yara Shahidi, who is one of the kids that's on Blackish. One of the most beautiful people I think I've ever seen in my whole life.
Does she have her own spinoff show? Is she the
She
one
does.
who went,
She's
okay.
on Grownish.
Okay.
The other thing about her is that they film around her being at Harvard. So she like made a big deal about like, yeah, I'll go do my spinoff and be on the show, but I'm getting educated. I'm going
Good.
to Harvard.
Just like Jodie Foster.
God, who we've talked about more
We've
than
talked
we
about
should.
Jodie Foster
I
a
almost-
lot.
So I currently right now on my camera roll have like a semi-erotic photo of Jodie Foster and was going to put it on our Instagram. And then I was like, she's back.
Just send it to me.
I will.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I was like scrolling through my phone today at work trying to find a photo, and there was just a picture of Jodie Foster holding her titties. So I just didn't explain it. But
I need to watch Blackish. It's been on for like 4 years now
it's been
or
on
something.
for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's doing great. I don't have much else to say other than she's in the similar vein with Zendaya, where she's just like, no, I'm smart and I'm this and I'm that.
Yeah.
Also, she gets to hang out with Tracee Ellis Ross all the time, so she's probably a great influence as
I
well.
want to watch Blackish. I like ABC's sort of like family
Yeah.
sort of sitcoms, honestly. At the
I
end
get
of
off
the
a
day.
belly laugh or two.
Yeah.
I do. Similar vein, gonna keep on the same train. People that care about shit. Your fave, Amandala Stenberg.
I like Amandala Stenberg. I don't. Again, like I'm not reading 17 magazine or YA, so I'm
No.
not up on all of her
YA.
hot shit. I don't know. None of these things exist anymore.
YM has not been published since like 2001.
I know. But I
I'm
don't
not
know.
reading the kid trades.
The main, probably the only thing I've seen her in was in
Hunger Games.
when she
Yeah.
was probably like a 9 or 10-year-old
Yeah.
little girl. But as she has grown in the
She's
public
made
eye,
a name for herself.
every time I feel like I've see a little interview with her,
Yeah.
it's like she's so smart and she's
Yes.
so self-possessed and she seems to know what she's talking about and she's
Yeah.
always coming from like a place that I really admire.
Yes.
And I like it when I admire people younger than me.
Yes. So yeah, Zendaya, Amandala, and Yara. Like I couldn't imagine being a young woman, much less a young woman of color, which and having like these
In
as-
Hollywood.
In Hollywood. Well, I was just gonna say like kids at home, like these being role. I'm like excited about that
Mm-hmm.
for kids. Like I think it's really cool.
I'm excited for the kids at home. I just hope that the girls are okay
I
in
know.
Hollywood. You know?
I
I just
know.
want them to be okay.
Agreed. I feel like those three seem like people want to protect them, put a hedge of protection around them.
They should all carry knives.
Amandala's
Will I give
carrying.
Amanda a knife? Maybe.
I'm gonna go to the mall to one of those like sword
buy
stores.
a butterfly knife. Get it engraved with her name.
I'm gonna get like a replica from like the live action Aladdin.
I got
when that
you a
comes
Bowie
out.
knife for Christmas, Amandala. I love you. Be careful out there.
Amandala is also on the forefront of my favorite, and I don't want to call it a trend because I don't want to like denigrate it with that, but kids these days being very openly like vocal about their sexuality,
Yeah.
which I feel like there's a lot of road paving that happened for them to feel comfortable. But like, how fucking amazing is it that like a young Black woman in Hollywood feels comfortable saying like, I'm non-binary, I'm bisexual, I'm pansexual.
I
like
read
that
this
is
thing-
fucking incredible.
I
Like
read
there's
this
a lot
thing
of
from,
shitty
like,
shit going on, but
a
that's incredible.
normal kid. I read this thing from like a normal kid who was like, "Oh, I didn't come out until I was 13." It's like, oh, fuck. Okay, all right, okay. I know.
Meanwhile, like,
I know.
Uncle Gary's like, this is the
Uncle
year at
Barry.
Thanksgiving,
Bless,
and like,
please don't make me cry. Oh my god. I know. Yeah.
and that's not to put down the Uncle
Gary's.
Gary's, but like that's just to say like, yeah, it's incredible.
It's a different world even from when we were there.
It's a different world. Where you come from?
Harvard is because with grownish is the different.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway.
So she's about to be in The Hate You Give, which is a great book. I did not read it.
But cool.
But it's about
Hate.
Well, it's tackling head on police violence against like young Black men.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you watch, like, I remember watching the trailer. I hope it's not out yet because I hope I didn't miss it because I do want to see it and support it. Like, that's like one where I'm like, I want to go pay money to see this. Yeah. Anyway, so she's incredible. Very cool. Just Googled a pic of her. She's bald. Shaved her head. Fucking
all these girls
baller.
these days are shaving their heads, and Jamie and I want to go hard on record as loving it.
I love it. I've got a real scabby, lumpy head.
Yeah, I mean, I pick at stuff all the time.
Oh my God. It's honestly I call them body surprises.
We've talked about body surprises.
Sorry, Amandala. It is one of my greatest joys. And to round out, well, actually, there's two. To sort of round out the goodies of these groups, we've got
Malala. goody Malala.
Natch. Malala, who is... How fucking cool is it that our sort of this generation's Mother Teresa is like a young girl that got shot in the head because she wanted to fucking go to school.
Could go to school.
Not like she's not affiliated officially with, she's not like proselytizing.
She is like, and then she got shot in the head and she's like, by the way, I still definitely want to go to school. And also now I want fucking every girl in the world to go to school. Again, this is a dig your heels in the dirt on the motherfucker's noses person. But like with grace and beauty.
Yeah, right.
Which is why. Natural sort of, yeah.
If I got shot in the head, I'd be like, fuck everybody, fuck all y'all, no. I'd be eating hot Cheetos with
I'd be like... Yeah. Like in Batman when Two-Face becomes Two-Face for real, it's like, one bad thing happened to me. What the fuck? I'm going to burn all of this down. That's me.
I saw a guy. I was at one of the nicest restaurants in Chicago. It was not pay for it. It also had nothing to do with this podcast. But please take us out. But I was at this really nice restaurant. I was waiting for a table, and I swear to God, a kid, this is not Halloween, this is last week, kid walked by with Harvey Dent hair, half black, half white, looked fucking insane, casually strutting around in this restaurant. Anyway.
Was he a server?
No.
He was, okay.
He looked like a kid that's like in...
It's very, is it reminding you of like Glenn Close and Cruella DeVille in 101? Okay,
yes, it was Cruella DeVille. But the thing about it, it's a Gen Z thing, very young, very confident, didn't even look nerdy, like, and was just like, I have all this hair con. Hair con.
Oh. I mean, that's what it is.
Speaking of hair con, we're not going to talk about the hotness of these kids in a sensual or sexual way. And actually, I'm proud of us. We've not really done
Not
that.
at all.
Though everyone thus far has extreme facial beauty.
Everyone is a 10 out of 10 on facial beauty, for sure.
Yes, and bod, great up and down. Their hearts are so big. And the ones that I think of are David Hogg and Emma Gonzalez.
Yeah.
So if we can't talk about like great altruistic millennial kids and not talk about these cool kids.
I just like them. It's hard. It's hard. It's got to be hard to be them. It's got to be so hard to be them every single day.
And like they didn't choose this, but then they just dug their fucking heels in. Malala didn't choose this. They're just like, I'm going for it.
Again, it's they do what I admire because they were like, this is my chance. It's a horrific thing.
Oh my God.
But this is my chance, and they took their fucking chance, and that's all I ask of anyone ever. That's all I ask of anyone.
And they're doing it in a way like. David Hogg, man, he is not afraid to be like hated.
I know, and I feel like he knows that he's using his privilege to his advantage. But to like, I feel like he intentionally goes harder.
Oh yeah,
and I feel like he intentionally makes himself a lightning rod.
I was like, where are you going with this? No, I completely agree.
Okay,
he's like, Emma doesn't have that same opportunity. She's using her power and her voice in this completely other beautiful way. But I completely agree.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm the small white guy. So yeah,
and what I like too is like the degree to which I'm watching them makes me uncomfortable, I guess. But that being said, I like that I'm watching them learn.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like they're learning about how government works.
Also,
because it's not like there was a fucking like social studies class that teaches anyone anything. You know?
I have a distinct memory. I thought about this recently in relation to them and just to all kids. I don't even know if they teach civics anymore in any way. But these kids are getting a crash course in it right now. But in my social studies class, my teacher, who was like a coach, I remember I just had this like distinct memory the other day of remembering him talking about how much he loved Speaker of the House Dennis Hastert. And I was like,
such a funny memory.
Such a funny memory. And I was like, yeah, and that dude's a fucking pedophile.
Oh my God. The longest serving Speaker of the House in United States history is a pedophile.
Yeah. Pedophile. Why aren't we talking about that all the time? Oh, because the world is literally on fire.
One of my social studies coaches, he taught me like a really good writing thing that I remember from he was like, reread your essay. You can get rid of almost every instance of the word that.
Indefinite its and thises.
I was like, oh my God, like my mind opened up for the first time. And then like ninth grade, I was like, dude, coach whatever.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah.
Coach whatever. Coach Barley. I don't know. So those kids are great. I'm a piece of shit. We both don't use indefinite its, thises, and that's in our writing today. And Dennis Hastert is a pedophile.
To this day.
I don't know. That's the kind of stench that's the kind of stink that sticks. So moving away from the Yaras, Malalas, the Zendayas, the Amandalas, the Hoggs, and the Gonzalezes, I'm gonna get into. I'm gonna ease us in because
it's gonna get there.
Yeah, because if you Google this gin, there's some trash on that heap, but. Ansel Elgort and Haley Steinfeld, I'd like to bring up.
Yeah, I have thoughts on both of them.
I do too. So my biggest thought for both of them is that if you're Ansel or you're Haley and you have been in Oscar-nominated, Oscar-winning films at a very young age, you are revered by your peers.
14, 15, 16 years old.
16. Yeah. And revered by your peers, I mean in like a professional acting way. Like I remember when Haley Steinfeld was in the Coen Brothers one. What
No
is
Country.
It?
No. Excuse me.
True Grit.
Yes.
Everyone was like, "Wow, she's incredible."
She
blah,
was.
Blah, blah.
It was
she
very
was incredible.
good. Yeah.
They both want to be pop singers.
Bizarre to me.
Isn't that fucking
utterly bizarre to me? Because number one, I would never want to be a pop singer because you're on the road all the time. You don't have a life.
No.
Your life is on the road. Whereas if you're an actor, it's like you have to do a bunch of bullshit. But
if you go
like
to the
once
Oscars,
a year,
you go to the Oscars, you wear great clothes. You go to the Kids' Choice Awards, you wear a trash bag, and they want to be at the Kids' Choice Awards.
I would rather be at the Oscars.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Oh my God.
That's you know what? Damn, Jamie, they would rather be at the Kids' Choice Awards. That's fucking dark.
Yes.
That's weird.
And
you're
why?
totally right. You're totally right.
This is where that generation is going a little sideways. Or are they?
It's like, do they?
What do they value? What is this? I mean, they value like safety,
I guess. Asymmetrical haircuts.
They don't want to do their hair.
I don't know. Yeah.
But I don't understand it.
I don't understand why Ansel Elgort, where did he come from? Where did he come from?
I'm on it.
Because I feel like that name was just kind of dropped on me without my consent in a lot of ways.
You know what this generation loves? Consent.
Oh boy, do they ever. Learn that one the hard way.
So which I just remembered this, that there's alleged rumors, and this could just be Tumblr kids wanting to get crazy, that Ansel and another person on our list, Timothy Chalamet, are in a relationship.
Ooh.
But it's totally, I really think it's like a total like people shipping Harry and Louis.
That's wishful thinking.
Yeah, I think it's wishful thinking. Because I get like the Timothy Chalamet, like, oh, he was in a very notable like gay movie.
They would be cute,
yeah.
But I don't think that's a necessary relationship unless they're deeply in love, and that's true.
I mean, good for them. I ship it.
Chalamet. So that's another one. I don't need to spend
any more time on Ansel and Haley. I really don't give a shit.
I don't think. Timothy, it's like I was going to say that I get that he's pretty, but I don't know that I do.
I don't either.
I don't know
Here's what I think. I think people our age are excited that he
has a strong brow.
I do think he's pretty. I just think people get excited about them coming in some fruit.
He's very, I didn't see this film, but now I want to, so
there's
that
a
was
semen
good.
fruit thing.
Oh my God. Yeah, I feel like I'm expected to find him very attractive, and I just don't.
Well, and I've tried to analyze it, is it because we're old and, he's not,
His face is too babyish to my, old woman eyes,
he's got
maybe?
a very white... I put on my glasses, and I still don't want to fuck him. Awooga.
Do you want a Werther's?
Go get my purse. Timothy.
It's cold in here. Turn it up to 73.
Timothy, change the channel. I want to watch Lawrence Welk. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't get it.
I feel like his name is
Timothy
offensive to me.
Chalamet.
Yeah, it's like grow up.
Whatever.
I don't know.
What
Tim.
are you, Giada?
Timothy.
What are you gonna make some
Timothy
French
Charmin.
food? What are you gonna cook some French food, Tim?
Is he French? Is he?
I have no idea.
If he's not French, I'm gonna be super fucking pissed.
I don't think he is. I think he's from Pasadena.
Is this a thing where his stage name is a French name, the way Mac Miller tried to sound black? Sorry. I mean, real talk.
Timothy Hal Chalamet was born and raised in Manhattan.
What a surprise.
Oh, his dad worked for UNICEF. Oh, you know what?
Are you not mad at him?
He and Ansel, both Russian Jewish descent. Way to go.
But are they boyfriends?
I don't know. He's got a certain something. I just don't get, other than he has a good agent.
I feel
I
talk
don't
to me
get
in
it.
10 years.
Yeah.
Talk to me in 10 years. Talk to me when you're 32, 33, and maybe you will have grown into whatever looks you might have. But
Yeah.
for me,
He looks like somebody drew on a mannequin head.
really artsy, really.
And I'm not saying that I'm not into it, but I don't know. Okay, so Timothy, moving on, kind of in a similar vein, let's talk about Elle Fanning.
Oh yeah,
What do you think about Elle Fanning?
she's one of the Fannings for sure.
She's here.
She's the littlest
She's here,
one.
baby.
She's the littlest Fanning.
She's probably not.
There's
It's like those Matastroika dolls. And then the very last one is Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, I've got no opinions on Elle Fanning other than her existence. I'm aware of.
She's in a lot of Sofia Coppola stuff. Nodding. I'm nodding.
Yeah.
So
is she the new Kirsten Dunst?
Yes.
Okay.
So you know what? I actually did see, what's the Civil War one? I liked that one.
Oh, the one about the girls?
Yeah. So she was in that. And if you haven't seen that, I do recommend it because my old ass went to see Kiki and my boyfriend, old Irish pussy eater. What's his name?
Hang on.
He was in Daredevil.
I don't know.
Colin
Firth.
Nope.
Colin
Mockery. Who we've also talked about multiple
Are you sure it's not
times.
Colin Firth?
Colin Cap. Oh my God, I'm on my work computer. Colin.
I don't know. Colin Jost.
Irish.
Colin.
Why?
I don't know who you're
Colin Farrell. Good
Oh my
Lord,
God.
that's scary.
I thought that's who I said.
That is scary.
Is that not who I said?
Oh, you said Colin Firth.
Oh, well, I meant Colin Farrell the entire time. Every single time I said Colin Firth, I 1000% meant Colin Farrell, and I didn't understand why you were lying to me.
She looked at me like I'd hurt her. Like I was just rubbing your arm, shh, go along with what I say.
Irish man who eats a tootie. Yeah, Colin Farrell. There he is.
I find Colin Farrell very attractive.
We are very much into born in 1976 on this Gen Z episode, Colin Farrell.
But in that movie that I'm forgetting the name of that I went to go see because I didn't take my mind pills, he and Elle Fanning make out. And that sort of starts.
The Beguiled.
Yes. That starts the sort of
That sounds pretty sexy.
destruction of this man's life. And let me just tell you,
He had it coming.
he had it coming. It gets destroyed, his life. Spoiler alert.
I like the films of Sofia Coppola personally.
I do too. Anyway, I don't know. Elle Fanning's in that
Yeah,
one.
good for her.
Moving on. Chloe Grace Moretz. So she is, here's what I feel about her. Very interested in her when she was in Kick-Ass because I liked those movies. I thought those were cool. I liked Aaron Taylor Johnson. I still like Aaron Taylor Johnson. Let me tell you. Let me look his age up because he is very interesting. Am I allowed to go off on how much I like him? Because he's fascinating.
Of all of the actors we've discussed this evening, I feel like I've seen her in the most stuff.
Oh, no, he's too old. 1990. He's too old. Oh, my God. Anyway, so, she's been in a bunch of stuff. Most interesting things about her is her ongoing weird feud with Kim Kardashian. She's in a weird... She basically, like, called Kim Kardashian... Like, she, like, said some stuff like, I'm a feminist and I don't like the Kardashians. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Like, just piled on. But,
and then Kim Kardashian responded?
Yes.
Petty.
It was so petty. So, you kind of can't fault her for that. Kind of can. But she keeps going on because she's young and she doesn't clearly have a lot of good handling. So she keeps perpetuating it and going on. So that's kind of just like, I don't know. It's like, it's very different from Jamila Jamil.
Mm-hmm.
Who just had smart sort of criticisms of Kardashians of late. Whereas Chloe Grace Moretz is playing more like a little bit of a social media like thirst game with it.
Ooh, yeah, you gotta be careful. That is a dangerous game to play.
They will snap her neck. They will have her
That is
killed.
a dangerous. So one thing I've seen her in is the Dark Shadows film. Sorry, I was going through her IMDb. Yeah,
but I will say the other thing I like about her is she's an older woman to Brooklyn Beckham. They've been dating off and on.
She was born in 1997.
He's
by the way.
besotted.
Oh, is little Brooklyn besotted with his
He
with
really
his girl.
is, and it's kind of cute. And then I think a lot of younger girls. I'm monitoring this with her.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of younger girls tout her as like a feminist that they like. So while I like that she's getting them excited about feminism, I'm like, she's doing some messy shit.
I feel like she's just kind of like a really funny bitch, and they're getting really confused. Like, I feel like you can be both things. You can be like, I'm a funny bitch. Don't get me wrong. Like,
don't get me wrong.
But it's like that's not the same.
But
thing.
I think that women should make less.
That's not the thing.
I'm hilarious.
I earn
like
my
to say
own
it.
money, and I want to stop doing that. Like 1,000%. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it.
I like laying down.
I want to do drugs and lay down.
That's all I want to do. Come on, baby, bring home the bacon. So anyway,
Chloe, good one.
So transitioning as we get darker and darker, Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, this really is just like you're working from the top of the pyramid and just sliding down.
Here's my little secret. Picking Gen Z. Yeah, we're going to talk about all the good ones, and then we're going to show you the shitty ones because guess what? Everyone sucks. Everyone sucks.
I feel so sorry for Kylie.
I do too.
I feel so sorry for Kylie.
too.
No one asked her. How old was she? How old was she?
God.
Like 11, 12 or something when
younger.
it started?
She was like 8.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah, I am agreeing with you.
That's so fucked up. You know, she wanted a baby because she wanted a fucking family.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes.
How about that?
And last night, I will say, she's the only one I'm interested in out of that whole clan. Maybe Chloe a little bit.
Who's the one who's always getting cheated on?
Chloe.
Yeah, I like her.
I like Chloe too. Her baby's cute. Baby true.
Chloe seems to have like a heart.
Yeah.
I worry for her.
I worry for her too. And I think Kylie is sensitive and has a heart. Kylie also, so she's the one that a few years ago put out a video on her New Year's predictions and like just no ounce of humor or irony. Goes, I just really think that 2017 is the year of like realizing stuff.
That's so sweet.
That's really
so
sweet.
Cute.
It is. And like I would feel worse for her if she weren't so very wealthy.
Yeah, I mean, when I say I feel bad for her, I
relative
just mean,
to like the rest of them.
Yeah.
Kylie's, there's something about her that.
What if she wanted to go to college? It's not like it's. I don't know. I feel like none of these kids got any kind of choice.
Well,
like
also,
the younger ones, at least.
I agree.
Like,
well, there's a lot of there's a lot of rumors that Kendall, the one that's a model, is perhaps not straight. So there's a lot of and again, I don't know if that's...
Are all the models like lesbians these days? Honest question.
I mean, some of them, Cara Delevingne, and the one that dates Stella Maxwell.
Way more than there used to be.
Yeah.
There's like, 5 or 6 like prominent, high-profile like lesbian fashion models these days. And again, don't get me wrong.
Rub those bones all up on it.
I like
those
absolutely
bones
love
on me. Yeah, no, they're pretty. There are a lot of
I
pretty
just wish
girls.
I got
very distracted.
all those
There's a
models
lot
are
of-
very attractive.
They're all just very attractive. No, yeah, a lot of rumors about that
I
too.
feel like Kendall tried to I feel like she tried to A, make her mom happy while B,
Yeah.
staying out of it. At the
Yes.
same time, she's like, how can I get this bitch off of my back? But also,
because remember when she did the Pepsi thing and the whole
the
internet.
horrible. Oh my god!
I mean, that was
so bad.
horrible. That was heinous. But if you watch, okay, I'm going to say this is terrible. I don't really watch a lot of episodes of this. Truthfully, I would admit it fully if I did.
Yeah.
But I watched the clip of her in the confessional talking about that Pepsi thing. And you can tell that person is devastated by this mistake. The rest of them are no, and I'm not saying it's okay.
Yeah.
And that level of ignorance.
No,
is
of course.
Especially
Yeah.
when you've got Amandala Stenberg and these other women walking around too.
And the problem when you get to that is it's a failure of your entire team, which starts at the top, which is your mom, which means you don't have anyone in your orbit fucking running interference on this shit, which is unacceptable.
Right. And it's
it's unacceptable.
It's hard to unpack because it's on one hand, I'm girl, you're a grown person. You're grown up and you're white and you need to
If I win the
be aware of
lottery tomorrow
what's up.
and I have $100 million, the first thing I'm going to do is hire a friend who can scream at me and tell me when I'm making mistakes because
Ashley, if I win the lotto, will you scream at me?
Jamie, if I win the lotto, will you scream at
Yes.
me? Yay! Yes.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
you dumb bitch.
God, you fucking idiot. Give me $10,000.
I don't want to work. All right, moving on. So in a similar vein, privileged kids, Willow and Jaden Smith.
Oh, yeah.
I like
them. I think they're really pretty. I don't know.
Jaden is one of the most bizarre people, detached from reality. Somehow on him it works. They wear it well.
And I am, and you are too. I'm in the exact right age to have had Will Smith around me my entire
God,
life,
yeah.
basically. So
Yeah.
it's from the Fresh Prince
Oh,
to
yeah.
Men in Black and
To Bright
90s
on Netflix.
blockbusters to the Western where he's best friends with an alien.
Wild West.
No, the other one on Netflix.
Oh, Bright. Wild
yeah.
Wild Bright.
Wild Bright.
I think it will be shocking to no one to know that I follow a lot of special effects artists on Instagram. I follow
You seem
children.
really into prosthetics.
I love plastic surgery and I love prosthetics. And I follow the guy that made the Bright prosthetics. Talented guy.
I like Willow. Okay, so hang on. Now, Willow and
love
Jaden.
Willow.
Now, you realize their names, right? Have you thought about this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I could just talk about this family for 40 years.
They're very bad.
They're really weird. Do you watch Will Smith's YouTube channel? You know Will Smith is oh my God, Will Smith does live YouTube shit, and he does it's my 50th birthday and I'm gonna skydive. Here's my live hand to God, and it's really fascinating. He's I'm gonna unbox. I mean, this is Will
No.
Smith. Hey, Jamie,
What
Will
is he
Smith
opening?
He unboxed
Like
fucking
Kylie
Fresh Prince.
Lipkins?
There was Fresh Prince sneakers.
Ugh.
I don't know who was editing them, but they're really funny.
Fucking Willow. At this
It's
point, those
really
kids,
funny.
the tail is wagging the dog.
They know what they're doing. It's really
I don't even
funny.
know what that phrase means. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think they're great.
I like Jaden because he seems extremely stupid. he seems very dumb.
But he's
but he seems very confident at the same time.
he's look, Ma, wearing a skirt.
That's a fascinating combination. Is extreme, good-hearted.
Oh, yeah.
I believe good-hearted.
I do too.
Pretty stupid.
But they're
very confident.
They're we're going to start our own religion because we are,
It's I've thought about what the world means.
we're indigo children.
My mom is in a rock band.
I
and
love textiles. I love crystals. I
They
love
do.
textiles.
They do. Both of them have pretty cool fashion senses.
They
Especially,
really
and you
do.
know what? I want to give Jaden extra credit there because it's
Yeah.
harder for boys to do that.
It
It
is.
is.
It
It's
is.
harder. And
I want to give Willow extra credit because Whip My Hair was fucking great when that came out. Oh, Whip
It
My
made it to the
Hair, back and
Muppets?
forth. Yes.
Made it to the
was so good.
Muppets?
And then she kind of was just like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm 14. It's time for a break.
I'm going to go to Promises. She doesn't do drugs. I don't know. Okay, so then I'm going to bring it back to chaotic neutral, Shaun Mendes, who you...
This is all you. I don't know shit about Shaun Mendes.
God, fuck,
I don't know
either.
anything about him. I know that you told me that he is cute, and I
He's
looked
really
at a
cute.
picture of him.
He's really cute. I'm just gonna read one of his latest tweets. Meant to say, what's next in general? Have no idea where I wrote this week, LMAO.
Okay.
Like, he's got a beautiful face. He's from Canada, I think.
The features, not his head, but the features of his face look kind of Harry Styles-ish. But I see now that you've said he's Canadian, that makes a lot of sense to me because he's got he looks like a whole milk drinker. You know what I mean? He looks like
he's got like a Ricky Nelson kind of wholesome vibe, but then like underlying that, like Ricky Nelson also had a horrible substance abuse problems and a lot of like dirty shit in there. And Shaun Mendes is just like, you know what? I like whole milk and I'm not going to stop.
Yeah.
From a bag.
Shaun Mendes, like, this dude looks like he, like, fucking loves dogs. You know what I mean?
There's like 8 pictures of him in his parents' house, like just every quarter wearing like all denim with a golden retriever. Just that little kid. His sister's name is Aaliyah. That's fun.
So he's good looking.
He's just like the hottie hot.
He's
hot
pretty
right now.
white bready, kind of gentle, sort of. But okay, so he has a very masculine jawline, which I'm sure is very exciting for like the younger fans. So.
Kids love bones.
Kids love bone structure.
Going back to Chalamet, he's got like the Mars Attacks head alien like shape.
He does though.
But then that
like
jaw.
He's got
that
like,
jaw.
He looks like an upside down like candy, like one of those Halloween candies.
He's got an old candy corn head.
He's got a candy corn head. Upside down candy corn head.
Oh, candy corn head.
I was going to ask if he was a Christian based on his face. He seems really healthy.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't look like you've ever smoked a cigarette or like drank too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he doesn't have that like sort of gray line between all of his teeth.
Yeah. His fingers aren't brown.
God, we got to wrap this up, Ashley. We're going to go outside. Oh, man. Okay. Well,
we got a couple more left. These are good.
More left. Okay, so just getting way down into the ditch here.
Yeah. Jump in.
We got Noah Cyrus and Lil Xan. Lil Xan.
Jamie explained to me, I'm really glad she did too. Jamie explained to me that Lil Xan is the one who is or was dating Noah Cyrus and not the child molester.
Yeah, no. We're not even going to talk about them. I actually had SoundCloud rappers on here, and then I did some research, and like literally almost all of them they're either dead or beat someone and are dead. And
here's the thing. Face tattoos are still a super fucking good indicator of being a fucking psychopath.
Yep.
And I don't care if you decided to put your tracks on SoundCloud instead of trying to apply for a job at fucking McDonald's like everyone else your age.
But they're like, my hair is fun. I'm wearing a shirt with Skittles on it. I beat a pregnant woman.
I like to do as many opiates as I possibly can and then record a track.
And then die.
You know?
But, so Lil Xan, I'm going to read just a passage from a Complex article.
Xan for, I'm guessing, Xanax.
Yes.
Yeah, he's so cute.
Lil Xan is a great celebrity, period. Hot Cheetos reportedly ripped a hole in the lining of his skin. His relationship with Noah Cyrus allegedly ended over a photoshopped image of Charlie Puth's head on a porn star's body.
I remember that.
In an emotional video, he discusses his fight with mental illness while keying his own car. He called Tupac's music, quote unquote, boring.
What year was he born?
Oh, he was born like last year. Lil Xan is a preemie.
I can't really be mad at a young person thinking Tupac is boring. Like, he's 22. He was born in 96. So
Lil Xan's...
He's obviously a fucking idiot. He's obviously...
So you know what his mouth is like the thumbsucker mouth? Like he's got like clearly just his teeth are sort of inverted.
He is a baby.
He's a tiny baby.
He's a tiny baby. He makes me... Look.
Yep.
Not to blame the mother, but what did they do to him? Mm-hmm. Like, what happened to this boy? This is why it's weird talking about the Gen Z because I feel like maternal towards like the really fucked up ones. It's like, oh God, did you not get enough hugs?
He quit drugs. I think he quit. Speaks out against Xanax abuse and urges people to stop using the drug altogether.
Now he's just a little nix. Like nix the drugs.
Oh man.
But you know who I don't like even more?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just skipping along the list.
Hold on. According to a CNN report, Frito-Lay said that Flamin' Hot Cheetos meets all the food safety regulations. So, fuck that. Here we are.
So you said it burned a hole in his skin?
Yeah, in his stomach lining. Frito-Lay calls bullshit.
Frito-Lay called bullshit on Lil Xan. TMZ, breaking news. You know who's worse than Lil Xan, though?
Who?
To me, Post Malone.
Oh my God. Did you read that scathing article about Post Malone?
It was so good.
So
It was so
good.
good. It was alive. Was it like a Rolling Stone? I can't even
I'm
remember
trying to
where.
find it right now. Oh, is it Complex? Here's why Post Malone is a problem.
No, it was.
That's a different one.
It was one of the many takedowns.
Oh, that's
anyway,
just Paul Mooney.
if you guys are
going.
not familiar with Post
Amazing.
Malone, he's like a guy. And he's got stupid fucking hair, and he's got a stupid fucking face, and he's got stupid fucking teeth, and he releases stupid fucking songs, and he fucking
Nothing.
sucks.
Nothing.
He sucks, and he's so shitty, and he's so bad.
Nothing makes sense about him. He is very unattractive. I mean, he really does.
Like, I don't fucking get it.
He
I
really
don't get
looks like.
Post Malone makes me want to like suck Fred Durst's dick. Like, he is that disgusting to me. It's did you think Fred Durst was bad? Oh, honey. Oh, you sweet. No.
I would have sucked
It can
Wes
get so much
Borland's
worse.
dick for free.
It can get
Slapping that bass. You know he knows what he's doing.
contact lenses if you don't have a prescription.
Hey, they're dangerous and illegal.
I assume he's. What
He
is
looks
Malone? What
smelly.
is the Malone?
I don't
So he is
know.
after what? Who is Malone? That's
No one.
Is his name
Sam
Malone? Is his name? Keep fucking Ted Danson's name out of your mouth. Post Malone, number one. I just hate his shit. I just hate his fucking shit.
So
I hate him so much.
his Twitter is beer bongs and Bentleys. Oh, get over
You can
it.
go on Amazon and you can get temporary tattoo kits, tattoo stickers that are exactly like Post Malone. Like he's a merchandising. He's a fucking troll doll. He's a fucking troll doll.
I would not rub that belly, Jewel.
His hair is already like that. I mean, he's just gross. I mean, maybe he's the greatest rapper of our generation, but I seriously fucking doubt it.
Someone called him the Donald Trump of hip hop. There you go.
Rude
There
to
you
hip-hop.
go. Ugh.
Who let him in?
All right, we're gonna round out our Gen Z with kind of the best one.
The best one.
He's the best one. He's the best of the generation. He is if you just took all of the things that we just talked about and you mixed them together. You took that strong jaw. You took that gender fluidity.
If you took those dumbass haircuts.
dumb fucking haircuts.
Popping off at the mouth constantly.
And also fame. I think he sings sometimes, but like
Yeah.
he sings in like a weird band.
Yeah.
Like he's literally every element we talked about. He tries to speak out about stuff. We're gonna work with him a little bit on that. Like
we're going to do what we can.
but he exudes like a care.
I feel like he gets it. And that man's name, that young man, is Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller.
And Jamie love Ezra Miller.
Good Lord. What a. I don't even. I almost called him an idiot. I don't think he's an idiot. I think he's smart. I think he's young.
I think he's very young. And yeah,
He's also like, he's titillating.
I could literally just talk about him right now. Let's start with his beauty. Let's start from there and then work our way down.
His face is perfect.
He's
He
got
has
a
the perfect
gorgeous face. I'm obsessed with the way
Symmetry,
he looks. I could
jaw.
just touch it.
Dark though,
Kiss it.
eyebrows. Like his lips are beautiful.
He is so pretty,
His
and he's
nose,
pretty. He's
his
handsome and
nose.
he's pretty.
He's Jewish.
He does lots of fashion shoots that
Oh
are
my
like
God.
gender bending, and he can be very feminine in a
There's-
lot of ways and very masculine in a lot of ways, and
So
it's fun.
The thing about Ezra Miller that really gets me is that it's happening for me on a gut lizard brain level. Ezra Miller is one of the first celebrities in a long time where I look at a picture and I get a little tingle. Like I literally,
fun, yeah.
and like earlier I was Googling something because we were going to talk about an article that he was in, and just pictures of him. You know, what little spark is left down there
in your dead body,
in my dead
your
body.
desecrated old
This tomb
early
of a body.
30-something body.
Tomb of a dried husk of a body. I see Ezra Miller and things harden, things stiffen, things move, things, you know, whatever.
I also want to encourage everyone, just read any interview with him. There's a good one in GQ, there's a good one in Playboy. They're all over the place. He's a weirdo. Yeah. He's a capital W weirdo, and he's like, "Hey man, I just want to live with my band and be on a goat farm and like talk about how much I love my sister
And talk about his like polyamorous
he's
pod.
fucking everybody."
Yeah. I want him to be safe.
I'm sure
I feel like
he
he'd be
is.
safe.
I feel like he would be. I feel like he would give a lecture about
Yes, I was about to
safety.
say he would definitely stand up and talk about like dental dams.
Oh my god, Ezra Miller should be a dental dam spokesman.
Ezra Miller is the only person on Earth that's ever used
Ezra
a
Miller
dental
for
dam.
dental dams. Sales skyrocket.
The HPV rate might decline under his leadership.
So to the Gen Zs listening, a dental dam.
Yeah, it looks like a piece of gum wrapper. It's
Take
useless.
some saran wrap. Rip open some saran wrap.
Get an old hot Cheetos bag like Lil Xan. Put it over a Cyrus and
Stick your tongue out, staple a garbage bag to it, and that's a dental dam.
Go to Publix.
Go to Publix.
Get a bag.
Go to Publix.
I was literally.
I feel like go to Publix should be like the new
that's like
eating.
eat a pussy with the dental dam.
Oh, he went to Publix.
God, he went to Publix, and honestly, I'm like, you know what? Grow up. Grow up. We're all old. Yeah, no, Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller's beauty.
Looks so good.
He's
and, like,
beautiful.
He's in Playboy, and like, I shouldn't be this attracted. Well, I say shouldn't. What does that even mean? I don't think I normally would be that attracted to a man in fishnet stockings.
It is, yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Also,
what is he
I
doing?
always feel like kind of you can't. No human being on earth can help the way they look. If you were born and you were just a preternaturally beautiful creature sent to earth from the heavens, like on some level, I do feel sorry for you because that's got to be weird that weirdos like me are like, I want to like lick his arm. You know?
No, I do.
I want to lick him
He
a
would
lot.
let you.
He would let me. We would talk about consent. I would ask him if I could lick his arm,
would
and
be
then he
like,
would let me.
Indubitably.
Yes, he would. And then I would not go see his movies.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
And you know, he will do and say something like next week that we'll have to apologize for.
Without a doubt. Oh,
Like he is, but the unpredictability right now is sexy.
I agree. Ezra
All
Miller
right.
for your holiday season.
Here's my final thought on him. While he may be problematic, he's going to be problematic for trying to be too PC. It's not going to be an Avenatti or
He's
a
going to talk
SoundCloud
himself into
rapper.
a hole. He's going to talk himself into a hole.
yeah.
He's going to say like, well, the thing about women is they're
Yeah.
fucking dumb. You know, it's like he's going to mess up. It's going to be.
He's gonna like say something about like non-binary people that's just trying to be too woke or something that gets twisted into a horrible privileged stew of stupidity. And it'll be whatever. It'll piss off like a section of people.
He's sexy enough to where he can get away with a lot
I think
more too.
14 hours ago said that Johnny Depp, stupid in that movie, shouldn't be in that movie.
Well,
So that's
I agree.
good. I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Can we do a couple
I
bag?
think we're doing bag.
Do a couple bag. This
like
Cyber Monday has been so
Jesus
great,
Christ,
Jamie, by the
man.
way.
We're going to have to speed this up because I've got like a whole school bus that I just bought.
Oh, yeah.
Rolling up.
All right. Boom.
Pull me out a good one.
I'm doing bag. The Golden Girls. It's all of them. I mean, I can't rank them.
I could.
Can you rank them?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's going to be Dorothy, Blanche, Rose,
and then
Sophia. Yeah. Pretty easily.
I mean, it's interesting to me right now. There's a lot of like Golden Girls merch and like
Oh my
just
God,
stuff
it's
for
a big
sale. It's like
deal.
Golden Girls coloring book, Golden Girls puzzle,
I
Golden
will
Girls
say-
like Funko heads, and it's like, look, I'm not against it.
Funko?
Or whatever those like fucking idiot. What are those things called?
Vinyl toys for kids.
You know what I'm
for
talking about?
adults.
Those giant headed
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Okay. It's like, it's funny to me that something can be over for 30 years
Yeah,
and
and
then
it's
the
back.
merchandising phase
Yeah.
starts. Like this is, you could not get a Sophia coloring book in 1988.
No,
you know?
I will say that I do feel like the Golden Girls sort of fervor happened fairly organically online, and now
concur.
brands are smartly taking advantage of it and
I concur.
licensing it.
And I also feel like it happened.
It's very Etsy.
I feel like the Golden Girls resurgence too came from a place of like purity and love.
Yeah,
like
same.
it's like
Same.
who knew that women in their 50s and 60s could
Well,
be fun or whatever.
and the
you
Golden
know?
Girls is very like progressive. It's definitely
Talking
for
about
its time.
sex and, like,
well, and just like gay rights and like weight issues and just
buying
things.
condoms.
Yeah,
and just,
yeah.
I love it.
So I think that people kind of latched onto that. So yeah, they're all hot.
I agree. Bag is so full. Thomas Haden Church.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
The first thing is he Sandman in the.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the first image of him that popped in my head. Was he's like crawling in the
Mine was-
sand and
mine
being
was
really
Lowell from
depressing.
Wings.
Okay. Oh yeah, Wings, of course, yeah.
Loved big Wings fan.
Huge Wings fan.
Really,
Yeah.
Wings is like Suits.
They in like North Carolina or something. I can't remember, like some little island.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, just in terms of looks,
I think he's kind of
He's got like a Willem Dafoe-ish kind of like sinewy sort of like it's like your mouth is like cut into your face instead of like given to you by God. Yeah, basically.
I just Googled him. He's pretty fucking like handsome. I'm not really into like a blonde man.
Same. You see, he's got a heavy, strong brow. He's not my type. He's not my type.
He's not my type, but he's good looking. He's a good looking guy. He's in that divorce show.
Oh,
which I don't watch.
Do you want to hear my impression of that show?
Yeah.
We're getting a divorce. It's called Divorce.
It's called Divorce.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's not. Oh, let's just end on this one because it's a really fun, easy, good one. We're going to talk about Sir Paul McCartney.
Macca.
Sir Paul McCartney. I like Wings. I like Paul McCartney.
I love Wings the show. I love Wings the band. I love Wings the band.
Wings the band is a good band.
I have Band on the Run.
I could talk about fucking Ram. I could talk about McCartney 2 all day. I mean.
So Paul McCartney, as far as just like attractiveness of the Beatles go, like when I was a little girl, I thought he was cute. Like, and he was always known as the cute one. As I grew up, had a big, like George is the hottest one. Paul's cute.
My evolution went like John, George, Paul.
Really?
Yeah. I never really liked Paul growing up so much, but I didn't fully appreciate Paul McCartney until I was in my late 20s and early 30s.
Interesting.
Listen to Paul. If you're not 30, wait until you're 30 and then listen to Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I definitely got into Wings and solo Paul McCartney later in my 20s.
The thing I like about Paul McCartney so much, and this is something that I see in him because I feel like I have it in myself, it's like this was a young man
talent.
Waiting to be old.
Yeah.
This was a young man who was just waiting his entire life to. I mean, you think about think about Penny Lane.
That's so astute.
He's what, 24?
He
25 years old, and he's writing these sort of like poignant remembrances of like the town that I grew up in. You know what I mean? It's, I don't know, all of it when I'm 64, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's.
I want a horse. I want a sheep. Who wants a horse and a sheep? Lil Xan, he's got a bucket.
Let Him In.
Oh, Let Him In's great.
Band on the Run.
Jet's one of my favorite songs of all time.
Great.
I listen to Jet constantly.
Let me roll.
Let Me Roll. It's an incredibly sexy song. It's very underrated.
I honestly, in a lot of ways, I believe Paul McCartney is an underrated person. I'm saying, bear with me. Bear with me. The Beatles, overrated.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney as a person.
Yeah.
Underrated.
I think Wings is
very
underrated.
You know, what's your favorite Beatles song?
Honestly, that's hard. It changes all the time. Right now, this is so stupid. It's the B-side to it's Old Brown Shoe, which is a George Harrison song. I love that song.
That's not weird.
Like, I love. I'm like, but that like
that's a good answer. That's an answer for someone who's not 10. You know?
Like and it changes constantly.
Yeah. I've always liked all of the Paul songs. And for years, it's like Your Mother Should Know is like my favorite. That's like my favorite Beatles song. I saw him. He did that. I saw him at Bonnaroo. He did that at Bonnaroo. I fucking went. I saw him live. I took my mom to go see. I mean, I like Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
I like Paul.
Your Mother Should Know is great.
Yeah.
I think that one, that one kind of bugs me only because it makes me feel feelings, so I don't listen to
Paul McCartney feels a feeling like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he'll feel a feeling. I think maybe that's why I'm scared.
I definitely. Okay, I'm gonna. Heather, what's her face? The wife.
Oh, Heather Mills.
He feels a feeling because he's like, I'm going to marry Heather Mills and I just love her forever and I'm going to do everything. You know what I mean?
And it was like after Linda.
After Linda was like, he had been a widow for like a few years, you know? I know. It's like he just feels feelings with his full fucking heart.
Yeah.
And I see that in him and I want him to be okay.
All I want to leave you with is that, I think I've already talked about this in the podcast, but if I haven't, George Harrison said he liked to eat pussy.
This has been Hot Minute.
Submit a theme song. 240 Tad Hot.
Send a theme song about George Harrison eating pussy. I'm not kidding.
Honestly, please.
Please. There's your assignment. If it's hard.
Let's start doing
prompts. Yes. Okay, there's your prompt.
Your prompt. Write a song. If you've already done one, do it again. There's 5 of you that care about this. Your song is about George Harrison eating a tootie.
Going to Publix.
Going to Publix.
George Harrison going to Publix. This has been Hot Minute. Happy Cyber Monday. Thank you to Mike Shepard. Thank you to Jamie Bradley. Thank you to Instagram. Good night, everybody.
Oh.
Prompt is George Harrison
Eating a pussy.